Good morning. Welcome to my first day of trying to track points again. I'm giggling because it just never stops, but being back to my highest or near my highest weight, having like acid reflux again, and some other health things, I'm not vibing. Calorie tracking is proving again to not be functional for me, and it is my fault, I believe. So to date, point tracking is the only thing that has worked well for me besides like strict dieting for an amount of time, like carnivore or keto or something. But in terms of long-term success and being able to keep weight off at least for a little bit, point tracking has been the best. So you're watching my first attempt in a long time to get back to point tracking. Yeah, I will say I'm doing Better Balance on the Healthi app, which back in the day was essentially Weight Watchers freestyle. And I do have my breakfast pre-tracked, and not having to track every single food does make tracking easier, and I feel like I forgot completely about that. So let's get it started. All right, here is the breakfast bowl. I've got a cup of hash browns, 3 eggs, because I know it's going to be kind of a hard day trying to get back to tracking, spinach, a slice of cheese, cottage cheese, and some sriracha on top. This is 6 bites. Right now I get about 34 in a day, so this is how we're starting. I love that because of the 0 point foods, I don't have to track every single thing. I never tracked 0 point foods in the past. You all know I was like a Weight Watcher rebel, but it worked for me, and that's what I'm gonna do again, so yay. 6 bites to start the day. I'm so excited. Of course, an awala full of water all day. So I'm coming off of vacation. I don't have a lot of time to prep anything for lunch today. This is something I already had in my freezer. It's one of the Lean Cuisine protein pizzas. It's the cheese one. I do love it. It's 11 bites, so it's a little high. I'm sure I could probably make my own dough with the Greek yogurt and everything, and probably make a better pizza for even less bites. But we don't have time for that today. Something I already have, so 11 bites for lunch. Cute little baby. Bring it here. Bring it up here. Come on. Come on. We are going through one hell of a heat wave over here in Kentucky right now. My AC is like not keeping up. I froze some of these mandarins. These are in water. They're not in juice. There's no added sugar or anything. So I'm going to have one of these for 0 bites. This day has been hard so far. I definitely want a snack. I'm having this little fiber donut. It's 4 bites. I didn't realize it was going to be that much, so I probably won't buy these again because I think the brownies are like 2. I don't know if I'm remembering that right, but I'm gonna have this because it's the last one I have, and today has ended up being kind of like a clean out whatever food I have. I'm gonna snack on a cheese stick. This is 3 bites while I wait for my chicken patty for my dinner. All right, here is dinner. I know it looks a little weird. Don't judge me. So I have a chicken patty. Under here you can barely see it. It's 4 bites. This and this are just things that I had in my freezer, and I didn't want to cook, so thankfully I did have this, but it's not what I want my dinners to typically look like, and I think it's not the best use of points or bites in a day. But again, this is what I had. This is what we're doing. So I got a chicken patty, slice of cheese, a little too much ketchup. Then I have one of the Smart Ones broccoli and cheddar roasted potato packs. These are 200 calories. I bought them for when I was counting calories specifically. They're 7 bites, which I do think is a little crazy, but it's much easier to just get your own stuff and put it together. So that's what I'll be doing once I'm through these. 5, 7, 2, I think. I've got cottage cheese with some everything with a bagel seasoning and some little mini sweet peppers, and that is my weird looking dinner. It's a couple hours later, and I think what I'm feeling is like mental hunger. So my first day back to tracking, I did end up eating another chicken patty for 4 more bites. It's like a big chicken nugget. I could not resist, and I just had one left. So first day of tracking again, I landed at 43 out of 34 points. Not upset that I went over or anything. I know there's much better ways to use my points once I get back into the flow of everything. But that is where I landed today. Kitchen is closed. I'm not gonna be giving into this mental hunger or this like, oh, well, normally you would have a snack right now, or since you're watching TV, you should be eating something, kind of like subconscious thing that happens. I think tracking my food again today also just kind of showed me maybe how much I've been eating in comparison to how I would normally eat in the past. And I feel like when I was on Weight Watchers, I definitely wasn't eating enough. I wasn't getting enough nutrition. That's why it was so easy for it to come back on. But this shows me like just how much I have been eating on a regular day in comparison to like a much healthier amount. I like food, y'all. It is what it is, but there's a time and a place and an amount for everything. And this is just the process of relearning that. I have specific goals I want to meet because I'm thinking about a lot of things in the future that I feel like I'm gonna be wanting over the next couple years. And I would like to be as healthy as possible when that time comes in my life, possibly. That is my full day of eating and tracking my food. It's the next day. I just came out to get my Subway. Yes, I'm tracking all 34 points for my Subway sandwich. So with the Subway, naturally, I'm a little bit over my points again today, but that's fine. I'm still adjusting to getting back to points, and it's not too much, so I'm giving myself a little bit of grace. I had overnight oats that I meal prepped, and then I had, what did I have? Pretzels and cheese. And I had another death in my family. My great aunt passed away. I went to the funeral home for that today. I did go and get some groceries. I mainly got like frozen things. I'm not gonna lie. I scanned like all the lean cuisines that they had in the Kroger and decided what I thought might be worth that amount of points. And I did pick up a couple just because I know when my work days are fairly busy, there's not like, I don't have time unless I've meal prepped. And I'm not sure I'm gonna make time to meal prep. It's not that I don't have time on the weekends. It's, am I going to make time or not? And do I trust myself to do that? Or should I have things on hand to set myself up for success even if I don't end up meal prepping? So that's what I did. In other news, I did get into the TikTok Creator Rewards program. There is just nowhere good to set the camera in this car. Yes, finally got into TikTok Creator Rewards program. I don't know how it works. Like, of course, I would love to earn a little bit of income from TikTok. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not a thing that I would like to do. But I don't know how it works. So figuring that out. But if you don't follow me on TikTok, it's Angelica Glows Up. I do post some like what I eat in a days and everything. And I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna post on there. But I just picked up my Subway and it is time for Love Island. Let me know in the comments if y'all are watching Love Island because I'm hooked and I'm so excited. Is this not like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? It's so beautiful. Like, I just got back from the beach and I love the beach sunsets and everything, but Kentucky is still amazing. Like, everywhere, just like every person is so beautiful in its own way. My hair looks crazy because I went to bed with it wet last night. Again, worst habit. So the first thing I want to say is I did not exactly track accurately over the last couple days. I didn't completely lose the plot over the weekend though, so that's new. That was good. I'm still going. I just did my 1 week weigh-in. I'm down 5.4 pounds. Yes, and I just wanted to hop on and tell you all that update and say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.